Another intriguing topic for you.
That's what a blue macaw is supposed to look like?
Flowers are often called priceless, as they are nothing short of a gift to this world. And sometimes the word priceless is no longer just a figure of speech. And that's what we'll be looking at today, the 10 most expensive flowers in history. Number 10. Peony. One thing you'll learn about expensive flowers is that they are usually pretty rare, and the peony flower is no exception, as they are only available between the short time of April and July. They cost approximately $7 per stem and come in several shades, which can be as opposite as very dark and very pale. Number 9. Lily of the Valley. Depending on the year, the Lily of the Valley can cost approximately $40 to $50 per bundle, which is an outrageous price for a single flower. Sure, it's a bundle, but given how small they are, that does not really matter. An interesting thing about this flower is that despite its beautiful aroma, it's very poisonous and only lives for a few weeks. So you might want to be careful the next time you see it.
What?
Number 8. Hydrangea. The hydrangea is known for being one of the most beautiful flowers on the planet, thanks to its pretty pale blue and sunset pink shades. A single stem of this flower costs approximately $7, which is, as you guessed, a lot of money for a flower rather than a bouquet. Due to how much they cost, they are often used as a part of bouquets as a finishing touch rather than something you can have a lot of together. Number 7. English Scented Rose. Roses are not the cheapest flower around, but they certainly don't cost too much for anyone to have trouble affording them. However, the English Scented Rose specifically has a very alluring aroma that it's famous for, and the fact it's so delicate makes it a favorite for many too. Of course, this enthusiasm comes at a price, as this flower costs roughly $9.50. They don't last too long out of water though, so keep that in mind if you get one. Before we get to the 6th most expensive flower in history, let's take a quick moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel, because it helps us grow and allows us to create more videos for your entertainment and curiosity. Without further ado, let's jump right into the next flower. Number 6. Arum Lily. There are different types of lilies around the planet, and they are certainly some of the most desirable flowers when it comes to their beauty and smell. However, the arum lily has a value of $14, which might come off as a big surprise to anyone.
Soon as things warm up, out comes the plant, will start shooting and give you gorgeous flowers.
But the fact that it was the flower of choice at the wedding of Wessex Countess certainly provides much-needed context behind the flower's popularity. The wedding had 23-foot-tall columns of arum lilies, and many brides have wanted to have it on theirs too ever since. Number 5. Gardenia. The gardenia might not have been a very expensive flower in particular, but the fact that you can't buy it by the stem and only as a whole plant causes its value to be among the most expensive flowers in the market, sitting at $53.50 per plant. This rose-like flower comes from Italy and is known for its amazing scent that can excite any enthusiast of flowers. It's also Tom Ford's favorite flower, which adds to its popularity. Number 4. Rothschild Slipper Orchid. This flower is known commonly as the Gold of Kinabalu, but its true name is the Rothschild Orchid. It was discovered in 1987 in Malaysia and was driven close to extinction due to smugglers scalping a majority of the flower. Its value ranges from $4,000 to $5,000 per plant, which is a shockingly high amount. That price is determined by the fact that it's such a unique-looking flower and can take years to completely form its shape, which makes it both incredibly rare and unique. Number 3. Shenzhen Nongqi Orchid. Unlike everything else on this list, the Shenzhen Nongqi Orchid is actually a man-made flower which was created by a group of researchers in 8 years. And when it was finally bred, it became extremely expensive for its rarity, beauty, and the fact that it even tastes good.
What?
It costs a whopping $200,000 to $290,000 per flower, which is something only a collector can obtain, and takes an average of 5 years to fully blossom. Number 2. David Austin's Juliette Rose. Famous rose breeder David Austin spent 15 years developing the Juliette Rose's bloom and showcased this unique peach-colored flower at the RHS Chelsea Flower Show in 2006. He was quickly met with worldwide acknowledgement, and the rose was only sold for an incredibly high price of 3 million euros. While it's available for less nowadays, it goes down in history as the single most expensive flower ever sold. Number 1. Catapult flower. Sometimes priceless is not just a figure of speech. The catapult flower is, in literal meaning, a priceless flower that has never been sold to anyone and never will be because it only grows in Sri Lanka and is a unique type of cactus plant that takes the gorgeous shape of a flower. It only blooms once a year and dies before the coming dawn, which gives it a very short life, a lot of rarity, and makes it, by principle, the most expensive flower in history. We knew that flowers can be expensive, but more expensive than a vehicle was never something to be expected. It's surely a wonder that our world is filled with so many unique things that we're always learning more, and it's no wonder that something as important to our lives as flowers sits on the top.